Hi, you're listening to the Paving New Roads podcast, and I'm your host, Anthony Amorello. And we're coming to you from the 6G building in downtown Austin, Texas. And we're sitting with Ian Edwards, who happens to be here for Kill Tony. You might also know him from the Joe Rogan podcast, Comedy Central. He's been a TV writer since 1998 on things like Blackish and the Boondocks. You're going to love this episode. Thanks for checking it out.
I did not know I was funny.
I just wanted to be funny.
I like with Psycho Man.
Twice as good as Spielberg.
I don't know what your podcast is called, but it would be like Paving New Roads.
I was reading just like early career stuff, and I read two different things that are kind of contradictory. One said that you moved here from Jamaica when you were 17, and one said you came here from England when you were like pursuing comedy. Yeah. They be lying about you.
It's good. It's good to be lied about sometimes. Not all the time.
Yeah, depends what the lie is, I guess.
I moved here with my family from Jamaica when I was 17, but I was born in England, so we moved from England when I was 9.
Oh, okay.
It was like a 10-year vacation with your family.
That's like the best vacation ever.
I've only been to Jamaica once.
You haven't been back? That's so funny.
No, I meant twice. Once was for 10 years, and the second time was for a week.
I'm glad you got out. You could have stayed another 9 years and 51 weeks. So you weren't doing comedy when you came here.
No.
So when did comedy become like an idea for you?
It never was. I never even thought of it. I just wanted to make I was like, how do I become like middle class? like not struggle, have a job with a decent income.
Right.
So then it's like, all right, go to college. And it looked like blueprint was go to college and get a job after college, and I could be like middle class.
Right.
Won't be big, but like have a house and work and be good.
Yeah, nobody has ever thought comedy was going to get them for sure to middle class.
Well, then on my way to that, like as a teenager, my first job was I started mowing lawns in my neighborhood.
And this is in New York?
This is in New York.
Okay.
And I took the family lawnmower and started mowing lawns.
Dang.
Making $20 a pop. Some of the yards are big, so I gotta.
Oh, okay.
But as a kid, I'm like, this is good money. I'm
Yeah.
an independent contractor. And I would just walk around my neighborhood like
What kind of a lawnmower? Is this like a push mower?
push.
So you're just pushing a mower?
Yeah, and the bag pulls out. And you have to like empty it into a garbage bag. And just it was very namely.
Oh, yeah.
For a teenager, $20 a pop. Like if I did like 3 homes a day, I could have $60.
Yeah.
Coming to a kid from Jamaica in like one day,
Right.
shit, that's real money.
Dang. And were you just knocking on doors? Can I
Yeah.
mow your lawn?
Like I'd go to school, I'd walk to school, I'd go to the park and play soccer, so you could see who'd need it.
You're just judging people's lawns everywhere you go.
I said I'm gonna hit them up.
Let me find these lazy dudes in my day-to-day.
Yeah,
Capitalize.
yeah.
So that you started mowing lawns, and then you graduated to what?
So then my brother, who was working at a Burger King in Westbury, Long Island, so he was my Burger King brother. He's like, I could get you a job at this Burger King in East Meadow.
Dang.
So then I was like,
He had the pull.
I was like, man, do I want to give up my lawn mowing business? But it's like, I wasn't confident that I could like keep getting like gigs, like more gigs.
Yeah.
But you know what? I could,
Yeah, for sure.
We had somebody we paid to mow our lawn.
Yeah.
Then I became a hedge cutter for this one lady. I mowed her lawn. It was like her house was like right next door to the school. I don't know how I got a contract with her,
Yeah.
but I got the lifetime contract with her at her house while I was living across the street in my homie's crib. So I just went over there one time, spit in game. Well, then she asked if I could do hedges for another 20.
Dude, I think you missed out on a real opportunity to just do lawn care.
Yeah, I was just doing hedges, and I was like, stepping back,
Yeah, yeah. Picasso of hedges.
trying to, just line up them hedges, then.
Like a barber.
Yeah, the first time. First time's terrifying. Well, it's like, got it right the first time. Shit, let me do a second time. But then I filled out an application at Burger King. Instead of accepting a contract,
Took you down to East Meadow.
yeah, so down to East Meadow. And that I was just at Burger King for years, like way past when I should have worked there.
Fast food life.
Fast food life.
What's like a good day in fast food life and what's a bad day in
It's not even that. It's like what came out of that job gave me two things. Some of the best friends I ended up with for that period of my life.
See? Burger King's family.
And it ended up turning me into a comic.
Oh, okay. How'd that happen?
And it also turned me into a great actor. So it was three pivotal things that piled up.
Dude, they better sponsor you after this. This is crazy.
Everybody was cool. It's a Burger King in a white neighborhood, and there's a lot of white people. So it's my first time as a Jamaican going to a mostly black high school. Like, it was like an extended period of time to just mostly white people.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And American white people. And so, like, learning music that they listen to. I'm having conversations. Sometimes they say some funny shit to me. Like, you're not like other black guys. And it's like, it occurred to me later that the only black guys they knew were on the news. I was dumb enough to take it as a compliment at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not like any of our fault.
Yeah.
It's just the way the world, tricked us to the end. But those people are my friend who played softball in summertime. There was a softball league. It felt like we had some great times. A concert. One of my first girlfriends is from the Burger King. But then the real best friend. So there's this one girl. She worked at Burger King, and I didn't realize she worked there. She drove a Corvette.
What?
Yeah, she drove a Corvette.
What?
Yeah. And sometimes we just go joyriding. And sometimes she had, whoever's with her is driving. I was driving one time. She's like, let's go by my ex's house. So we get a drive by her ex crib. And then she was like Asian, I think. And he was black. She was outside, saw us. And then we peeled off and we went back to work. We drove around some more before we got back to work.
Right.
We got back to the Burger King parking lot. He was there with his homies.
What?
He was pissed.
I mean, yeah.
So then there was this big thing. Like, they all wanted to fight me, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't end up fighting, but there was beef. And everybody from Burger King knew about it. He had drove, I can't remember her name's Corvette. Then ex number 2 showed up. There was going to be a fight, right?
Everyone's talking about it.
Everybody's telling me that.
Were people watching the fight in the parking lot from the windows?
The manager knew. It surpassed out of all the managers, all the shifts, all the employees. Like, people came out,
The beef at BK is real.
The beef at BK, man.
She used you.
That's fine. I was like, bring it out of one. I was game.
Oh, okay.
I got to drive a Corvette, and I'm not like, I'm kind of like, yeah, let's get into it excited.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
I didn't know you at that time. Everything I know about you says that's not Ian.
yeah, I'm still calm, but I'm Jamaican. Like, you grow up in Jamaica. There is this protective aggression inside of you that comes out when it's time to use it. So that then you feel like invincible. So then nothing happens. We just go back to work, making burgers and shit, right? And then a few months later, manager calls me to the office, and he's like, hey, there's this guy who filled out an application. He's one of the guys that was in the party that wanted to fight. So, like, do you mind if we hire? I'm like, I don't care. I'm cool. Like,
You're invincible.
that meant nothing to me.
It's crazy the manager remembered it.
Yeah, because that Burger King had. We were in the news for like cocaine and all that shit too. That's another story. This wasn't. I don't know how other people. Yeah. So cocaine. Yeah. So then, so the Burger King. So they hire Billy. Me and Billy hit it off.
Really?
We hit it off. Then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna introduce you to Delroy, who you almost fought that night, and the other guys." He introduced me to them. He's like, "Man, it's no big deal." We all become friends. We hang out every weekend for years. We watch Super Bowls together. We go to each. I'm always at. Eddie was another friend of theirs.
Remember that girl with the
No, but Eddie, Delroy, Billy's brother that just got out of at the there's a prison in Nassau. He just got out of there. They were Irish, and Eddie was Puerto Rican. He was adopted by a white family, and Delroy was Jamaican, and he lived in Uniondale. Anyway, we should have been friends anyway because he's Jamaican.
Right.
But he was like a little older than me, so we all became fucking friends. So the best. And we used to cruise the Hempstead Turnpike every night, fix cars, and just talk about cars. Go to junkyards, get parts for cars, and just hang. Just go to clubs. We'd end up in the Bronx and like have no business being there. Like one night our car broke down in the Bronx, and some dudes were coming towards it, and we wanted it. I was like, well, they were just some dudes. But we just like, this is the Bronx, so shit's gonna go down. Yeah, it might have been friends too. So we just so that was my greatest group of friends at the time. Like, that's what happened at Burger King.
That's so crazy. Yeah, all because of Burger King.
Mm-hmm. All because of Burger King.
And you said you worked there a couple of years.
Couple.
And then you said you found like that's what made you funny. Is that because of the group of friends or because of Burger King?
Well, that was my first. Besides the friends in school and on the soccer team, like those became being in America and hanging out every weekend friends and talking on the phone, and like this is all before comedy. This is like a completely different life. You're just a young teenager going into your 20s or whatever.
Right.
You know, this is like I'm Americanizing, you know what I mean? Like I'm not even just hanging out with just Jamaicans. I'm hanging out with nationality. This is like nationalities. This is New York. It's how New York is. Irish, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and some other white people, you know what I'm saying? Italians, just we're all mixing it and kicking it. And then the acting part.
Yeah.
So then one night, so then when I was working at Burger King, to make extra money, because I'm Jamaican, there was a night porter, and the night porter made $1 more than everybody else. But the night porter couldn't work every night, and he cleaned like the broiler, he mopped the floors, and emptied all the trash and shit. So sometimes he couldn't do it, so I was like, I'll do it. So I would do the regular shift, and there'd be like a 2-hour break, and then I'd have to just get back there by the spot closed at 2 or maybe 3, but if I got there back at like 1-ish a.m. in the morning, then I could start like prepping the place to clean it up. So like on a Fridays, there's a movie theater down the block. So I was like, to kill the 2 hours in between shifts and to break up the monotony of working, let me go to the movie theater, you know? So that's what I used to do. Yeah. So one night, it's a Friday night, and I got the 2 shifts. I worked the Burger King shift, and I had the balls to have clothes to change into, but I smell like everything that's been cooked that day. And I'm dressed up. I go. I'm not even like I got on my best clothes. I go to the movie theater. When I got to the movie theater that night, it was it wasn't a regular movie night. One Friday a month, they would have, what is the name of that thing? It's that movie that they play where people dress up and they sing the song, Rocky Horror Picture Show. So that's all they were showing that night. And that's all who was there. Like Rocky Horror Picture Show types.
Okay.
And a biker gang.
and just a random biker gang.
I just, but it's the same thing. Like people used to dress like the music that they listened to back then. Like you knew who everybody was.
Okay.
So I'm there, and I get here, and there's no movie showing except that, and I don't want to see that. But right behind me, there's this biker gang, and these motherfuckers is like, "What's this nigga doing here?" And I was like, "Shit, I think they're talking to me." So then I was like, "This is a lot of dudes, and they're beefy." So I'm like, "Shit, this is a pickle, man. Like, how am I gonna get out of this shit?" I was like, "Just walk into the movie theater lobby, kill some time, and then I didn't even have a plan. Just go in the lobby and kill some time. Nobody's gonna attack you in the lobby. I can't turn to walk back to leave because I'll get got."
Doing things in public, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping. And this is my gamble. This is all. And,
I guess what else are you
in the split moment, this is all I got. Walk in the lobby.
Right.
Like somebody will at least help me in the lobby.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't. But I was right. I walked in the lobby, chill for a minute, act like, oh, there's no other movie showing. That's crazy. Let me see if I want to see this movie. Nah, I don't want to see this movie. You know what? I'm gonna walk back to the, because I don't want to admit to myself that I'm scared. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's a psych job to like tell yourself you're scared.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I walk back outside. I don't see them. They're gone. I'm like, phew, let me just walk back to the Burger King. So it's Hempstead Turnpike, and there's a divider, a grass divider. So I cross to the grass divider, and I'm walking back to the Burger King. So this is me walking back to the Burger King. Like, man, I'm glad I got out of that situation. That was crazy. And then something said, hey, man, you should look behind you. So I turn around, I look behind me, and it's all of them. And they got bats and they got chains, fam.
What?
Yeah. And then I'm like,
And it's like midnight?
it's late, bro.
Yeah.
And it's dark. The turnpike, and the cars are whizzing by on either side. And I was like, all right. Something said, don't even run. And then something said, turn around. And I turn around. They're like where he is, Or maybe where the table's at. Maybe the table's at. And then something said, put your hand in your pocket and stand there. And I did that. And then they're like, what's up? Oh, you got a gun, nigga? And then they split off to opposite sides of the street. And they're yelling shit, but they're not coming forward. And they start backing off.
Yeah.
And then I just watch them and kind of laugh. And then I walked back to the Burger King and started cleaning the broiler. Yeah. That's how I learned to act. That Burger King.
Man. So I hate to say this, it's like thankfully racism happened, dude.
Yeah, racism. That's what I always say. I say racism worked in my favor. Because they're like, oh, you got a gun, nigga? Like, back then, the news told all white people that black people had guns.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you, news.
Yeah.
I'm going to be one of them niggas with guns.
That's crazy.
And they just backed off. Because, I'm not big now, so I wasn't big then. You know what I mean? No matter how much Burger King I was eating.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers scrambled, bro.
Man. Wow, that's really smart thinking, too. I would have never have thought that.
I could have probably outran him, though, but I was like, I just don't like showing fear, even if it fucks you up mentally, even though it's smart to.
Again?
Yeah, so it's a Jamaican shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you go back and you're cleaning the broiler and you're like, damn, that kind of.
I'm over it.
Yeah, but you're like acting sick. Like, when did that seep into your head that was fun for you?
It's not that it was fun for me.
Or what? Like
but it's just life. That's just life to me,
And so you're cleaning broilers. You're acting your way out of racism. And is it when is comedy close at this point?
Nah, I'm watching a lot of comedy, and my conclusion about comedy is that the only way you have to be born with this talent. Like I'm watching Eddie Murphy, I'm watching Little Richard Pryor, I'm watching a lot of movies. Like I'm acclimating myself to America. I'm catching up on all the movies, and it's a good thing it was then because there's so many movies you can't catch up on them now.
Yeah.
But like movies were like came out like not as often as they do now, and then you could like in between like watch older movies, like anything you missed, like The Big Chill, and just catch up on American culture. American culture was like it's more stagnant than like it's like short growth spurts, even if it was growing fast. Everybody pretty much had the same different five tastes,
Okay.
whether it was music or whatever.
Right.
So then I could catch up, to become like to just gain knowledge of the ground that I'm on.
Right.
So here's where the comedy comes in place. So I'm working at Burger King, and it's actually this guy that went to my high school. He worked at Burger King too. He's like a few grades ahead of me.
Damn, there's like a Burger King tree of people in your life.
Yeah.
That's
100%. Yeah. So I'm like at the Burger King, and his name is Game Ellis, but his name is Greg Ellis. But he had because he sang, and he actually had a song on the radio. I was working at the Burger King.
Man.
Because he was always singing like,
Humbling.
Greg would like take all his money and spend it on records. That's how much. And we'd go to the Tri-County flea market, and he'd be in his uniform, stains on it and everything, like picking through the crates. And behind the Tri-County flea market was a comedy club, and there was also a nightclub we all used to go to too.
Okay.
So I knew what a comedy club was because of the Tri-County flea market and because of the club that I used to go to with the same guys, that I told you about earlier. And the BK crew, yeah. So Greg was just funny too. First of all, he's a great singer, had a song on the radio,
Do you remember what the song was?
Nah. He also was on Putting on the Hits, which was a show where you go on a lip sync back in the day. So he was on that. So he was trying to he was like the first like entertainer. Like he was got on TV, had a song on the radio, was still working on Burger.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah. And he could sing his fucking ass off, like for real, for real. He lives in Minnesota now. I talk to him once in a while.
Dang.
Yeah. But then the thing about Greg, he was funny. He'd be roasted motherfuckers, and I'll just be listening. I'm in the grill, putting meat patties in the grill, so they would come out on the other side, and the people on that side would make the burgers.
Yeah.
And Greg was on the fish and the chicken side, and then the cash register and all that shit is out there. So I'm just like watching Greg, just kill it. Like I'm rolling, and then it just occurred to me, it's like I'm kind of like new in the country, and I'm always like have nothing to say, because I don't know what to say.
Right.
And it's like you're kind of frozen, and you need to loosen up, and this is a way to loosen up. He's funny, and it's like you used to be funny in England and Jamaica, like you need to like tap into your funny side so you could communicate more, because like I told you, I was trying to gather like context,
Right.
to have conversations, but being funny is a way of having minimal context,
Right.
and still interjecting conversations and add value.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Like I was trying to figure out like but it's just how a processing system that's in me, So then I was like, I just decided then and there, I'm gonna just fuck it, just let loose and be funny and not think as much and just stand there and just not be a part of these conversations, even though because I don't know all the music, I don't know all the movies, I don't know all the American football, I don't know I'm doing a crash course on every sport, all the music, like just life, everything. So I'm there, but the comedy just helped me cut through it all. So then I just started clowning, like just clowning, bro. Just like having fun, not thinking, just like living in the moment.
Right.
And that helped. So I became like the second funniest person at Burger King.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're like, if I can't join them in conversation, let me make fun of them.
yeah,
That's really
I made fun of them. I made fun with them. Just fun, right?
He's roasting with the boys in the back of this BK.
Yeah.
Getting into it.
Yeah. Just roasting employees, co-workers, like just we had a ball, back there. And then I got moved to the drive-through. So I take orders on the drive-through. So I was like, let me make this fun too.
Yeah.
Let me bring this kitchen fun into the outside world.
Yeah.
So then when I was taking orders, I just clown. Just joke. I make it fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And then one day this customer pulled around and he was like, hey man, did you just take my order? Because they was laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And he's like, man, you should be a stand-up comic. That shit is funny.
Wild.
And as soon as they said that, it resonated. And they said, you're going to be a comic for the rest of your life. The same voice that said, turn around in the parkway and put your hand in your pocket and pretend you had a gun, said, you are going to be a stand-up comic. And this is what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So then I was like, I know where the fucking comedy club is. It's behind the Tri-County Flea Market. So after that, I started paying attention to the things I said that made people laugh. I started going to the open mics at the Governor's Comedy Club, which was my home club at the time, and watching, and then picked a date. And after I'd written down enough things, what I felt like was like 5 minutes of material,
Yeah.
I went and did my first set. And then I just never stopped.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How long were you did you start getting in joking with your friends
Mm-hmm.
between that moment and when you moved to the drive-through and realized how long had you been fucking around with
I really can't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just interesting because before that it's interesting to me because before that to you not that you're struggling, you have your friends, but you said yourself you're trying to figure out ways.
Yeah, I was trying.
It seems like such a quick turnaround to go from just trying to connect with people to understanding what you want to do for
years. It was years. It's not like I'm just telling you
that was
the highlight.
Yeah.
But it was years. I was at the Burger King at least 6 years.
Man, that's so. I do think people in New York are generally funnier than the rest of people. Your comedy was, your base of your comedy was just roasting people in a BK in New York. Is so funny.
Yeah, that was the hottest kitchen in fast food history.
Man, that's so funny. So you worked at that Burger King for years, and then you start doing stand up. What else? What happened? What made you leave Burger King?
I was like, shit, I'm in my 20s. I gotta go. Just a sense of pride.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Just a sense of pride, but there was no reason to leave except that. I could have stayed, and I got some other jobs, because I'd still be at Burger King and still go to college. I'd still be at Burger King and work a security guard jobs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd have 3 jobs at the same time, but one of them would still be Burger King.
Yeah, you don't get rid of your true love.
So yeah. So I'd still be there. I was comfortable there, and it was, I left my lawn mowing business to go there, so I didn't want to just leave it. You know what I mean?
When was the last time you think you ate Burger King?
I'm vegan, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's been years. They had a veggie burger. I was in the Midwest, somewhere in a small town, and I didn't eat before the show. And after the show, I had to get something to eat, and I think I was in shit. Where's the blue room again?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I was doing the blue room, and Alvarez, the homie, took me there. I said, "Take me to Burger King. They got a veggie burger," so I ate there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, where did you go after Burger King?
Bunch of security guard jobs.
Yeah, what was that for you? Was it because you're like more alone when you're doing security?
Yeah, which is cool. I did one security guard job where they were building this retirement home,
Yeah.
but it's a big complex, and so I was there at night. So I worked for a security guard company, and they had these different contracts.
Right.
So this is one of the places they sent me. So it'd be like there from midnight to like 7 a.m. in the morning, or maybe 8. So
You're
then,
going to school at the same time? Is that the
yeah.
Okay.
So then I would get there, and then there was this older guy there. He's probably not around anymore, and he tried to talk to me like he was my father, and I respected him. He's cool. I get it. He's an older black guy, and you'd have this clock, and you'd have to walk to these 5 or 6 points every hour in the building, and put the key in the clock because they didn't want you to just sit there.
Right.
They wanted you to patrol the place.
Right.
So if you did that every hour, that was your patrol of the place to check it out, make sure nobody was breaking in, or there's materials in there that they need to continue building that could be stolen. So I was like, there, and then so I'd be bored. So then back then they didn't really have the internet. They had the party line. So I just call
party line.
I just call into the party line. It's like it's a phone. It's not my money.
Right.
I'd call into the party line. So I just be on the party line killing time. That was the first internet. That was the first chat.
Yeah.
And you just like, party line. You remember those commercials? Party line. You just talk to strangers to kill time at the security guard job.
Ever meet anybody off party line?
Nah, but you know what? One day they called. I went to pick up my security guard check, and they called me in and said, "Hey, man, we got this huge bill for $1,000
$1,000
during your shift for you calling a party line from the site's phone."
Yeah.
So it turns out I was costing.
That's so funny.
So then they had to start taking the party line. What's that thing where they take money out of your check every week to cover that bill?
Yeah, right.
Like, there's a term for it.
Okay, I don't.
So now I got to keep the security guard job that I want to leave to pay off this party line bill. And now I got to keep doing the security guard job, and I can't even get on the party line. I just got to keep walking around this fucking building every hour. How am I going to stay awake to do these patrols so that nobody can steal if you don't let me steal?
Yeah.
So,
That's so funny.
then there was that. But I stayed. I think I eventually ended up muzzing. It might have been more, bro. I'm really like, it was astronomical. I'm doing an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yo,
There gotta be a lot of weirdos on the midnight to 7 a.m. train. I'm part of
it's just girls and guys. It wasn't that crazy. Like, it was just, it wasn't that crazy. I think it would have been crazier now.
Yeah, no, well, sure, but I'm just saying the specific person that's awake to be calling that at 4 a.m. is got to be not the average bear, right?
I mean, I was on there.
Yeah, that's true. But you're not the average bear. We got like 5 minutes left. Are there any jobs that you look back before, like, you made it that you're outside of Burger King? Because obviously that one is a great one.
Mhm.
But that you look back and you're like, man, that was fun, or you like crazy memories or anything like that.
I remember I had a courier job.
A career job?
Courier.
Career job.
So I was like, I'm doing comedy, and I need to make enough money to keep doing comedy. It's an open mic, just to pay like the gas to get to gigs, tolls, because New York City, some of your open mics, they're in Westchester, they're in Connecticut.
Right.
Like, you got to pay a toll to get to an open mic, and you driving far, you know what I mean?
I used to go to Funny Bone in Hartford. I remember.
Yeah. I used to go to we used to open mic at a club in Hartford.
Yeah.
And I used to end up, they gave me a hosting job a few times there on a weekend. So then I'd get the hosting job. I think it was the Funny Bone.
Yeah.
So
because I grew up in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh, shit.
So it was either go to Boston, Providence, or Connecticut. So
yeah.
there I go.
So we used to go all the way from Long Island to open mic in Hartford, bro.
Damn.
You had to pay gas and toll, and we go to Philly to open mic at the main club there. So we did it all, you know. So I was like, I need to make more money so I can work. Like I said, sometimes I had 3 jobs.
Yeah, right.
You know, so this courier job was like, it's another late night job, but I would drive to Manhattan, and I would drive to the World Trade Center, pick up the stuff like in boxes, like papers and shit, and drive it to somewhere in Westchester, another office building. And then they would give me shit to take to the World Trade Center. And then there'd be some time in between, but it was like 5 trips a night.
Oh, wow.
And it felt like easier.
Yeah.
And it was, but like on the 3rd week, like I didn't get enough sleep.
Sure.
Before I went, I'd go straight from the comedy club, like an open mic, late night open mic, from Long Island to the Manhattan to do this job.
Damn.
And like on the 3rd week in the morning, so you work from it's night till it starts getting light out. Okay. And that's on the West Side Highway. And I collided with a school bus.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like nothing happened to the bus.
Yeah.
There was kids in it for sure. But I was like, shit, I can't do this job. This shit almost just killed. So that was my last week on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like the last.
Good thing you got out of there before they got the party line built.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate you coming out. It's always good to see you, and thanks for the stories. Do you have anything? I know your specials on YouTube.
My specials on YouTube at Ian Edwards Stand-Up Comic. Ian Edwards Stand-Up. Yeah, at Ian Edwards Stand-Up. It's on YouTube. It's called Untitled, the special you didn't know you needed. And it's doing pretty well, but with low promotion. So I'm just getting a chance to promote it now because I've been writing on the show and I was busy handling my business there. But yeah, check it out.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll make sure our people check it out. And thanks again for coming by, man.
My pleasure, fam.
Appreciate it.